Just tell me when we're hot. Mike Williams had one person talk to him the other day that saw him on YouTube and said he looked terrible. And he proceeded to tell me I looked terrible. Live on YouTube. Tell the YouTube people what's going on. Good morning to you from the Dos Pueblos Ranch area. I'm John Palmentary, and welcome to our insertion here of the video of the Whittier Fire from this location. And we're going to be doing some updates for you here on YouTube and show you a live picture on this Saturday morning, while we're also live on News Channel 3. So a lot going on here for those who are watching off air and for those of you that are watching worldwide on YouTube. This location is west of the Goleta Valley. It's an area where there's been active fire, but this morning the air is still, the cloud cover is coming down on the hills, and there's been very little fire flare-ups today. As a matter of fact, there's nothing that we can see now, but earlier today there was a ribbon of fire across the front country hills and also some flare-ups in the canyons. So we're very mindful of that. We're watching for that, and we're updating the viewers here on News Channel 3 about that particular situation and what they should know. There is talk that there could be some winds this afternoon. Certainly nothing has materialized this morning. The firefighters hope to gain the upper hand. So I'm going to step out of the way, and we're going to show you that, and then a few minutes from now I might actually be live on Channel 3 and YouTube at the same time. For those of you watching on YouTube, you'll see in the upper left of your screen there is a flare-up in a canyon just on the other side of that peak. And we've had fire flare-ups on the right side of that peak and over to the right side of the shot this morning. Sometimes a little bit bigger and sometimes it lays down, which indicates the fire's crawling down backwards, picking up some steam and then going back up the side and doing some flame links that are very visible. Yesterday it was so visible that traffic was slowing down on the freeway and causing to go about 5 miles an hour through here. Plus, Highway 101, one of the major highways in California, was loading up with cars because the mountain road, Highway 154 San Marcos Pass, was closed down and remains closed down, and it's taking the extra load from 154 over here on Highway 101, and it's loading up very heavily. A lot of residents here and commuters that are getting up to the San Ynez Valley and points beyond are taking 101 instead of the 154 cutoff, and it's just packed. Lots of smoke and billowing clouds yesterday afternoon as the fire flared up. On this side of the hill, it's coming towards the ocean and towards the Goleta Valley. And the other side, they'll have blue skies and be able to see it all leaning this direction. This fire has about 1,600 firefighters on it. just over 50% contained, just over 13,000 acres, and over 100 engines are here to join the hand crews, the helicopters, of which are 12 of those. Air tankers come and go because of other fires that are assigned out, and dozers are cutting line up there in very rugged terrain. You'll see some dozer lines, and they're hoping those will be fire breaks, but it is an area they have not been in before, more than likely, and they've got to figure it out as they go. Those cuts they make, though, are very effective, where they can make a stand in there and take on the fire or calm it down. They've also put a lot of Phos-Chek along the front of the fire line. It's a pink fire retardant, and that slows down the fire when it gets to the area of the Phos-Chek, cools down the brush in the trees, so the fire does not have the same behavior and does not burn as effectively. The aircrafts were very active yesterday, making multiple drops in the front country area. So we'll keep the shot up. This is the Whittier Fire, Saturday morning under overcast and smoky skies in the hills west of the Goleta area. We're going to keep this live picture up for the YouTube viewers, and we're also going to show it up on Channel 3 as well. Joey and Stacy are talking. Oh shoot, I don't think I have anything. Okay, we're hot right now. This is the only thing white I have. That's not even white. The Kleenex. We're still hot. Cutting to a break now, so pretty hot. Once again, for those of you joining the YouTube channel, we are looking at the hills of the Whittier Fire in the front country of Santa Barbara County to the west of Goleta. You can see on the right in the center of your screen, right above that light standard, is a flare-up of fire that appears to have crawled back down into a canyon gully and is burning up the side of that hill. There's a lot of smoke and not a lot of flame this morning, but that does not mean there's not a lot of active fire on the front of this Whittier Fire. There's 48% of wide open fire lines. A lot of it has active fire, and there's over 1,600 firefighters who are on the scene right now getting their orders today and which divisions they're going to and what fire activity they can expect to happen here. They'll be supported by over 12 helicopters, possibly some more air tankers. They're being shared with other fires, and a number of dozers are cutting line up there. And again, the firefighters also have a number of engines here. Over 100 engines are here from the regional area as part of the mutual aid agreement with other cities. We've seen fire engines coming here from Montebello, Vernon, Compton, Beverly Hills, Downey, Whittier. It's interesting that they've just all come up here and are setting up in front of a number of homes, and they are ready in case the fire should go that way. This is one of 2 fires burning in Santa Barbara County. This is the Whittier Fire, and to the north, out to the east of Santa Maria, it's called the Alamo Fire. And that's at 93% containment, and that's been burning for more than a week. For the last couple of days, we've had overcast skies and fog in the morning hours. This looks like a very weak marine layer that'll burn off. Things are going to get hotter, faster today. And with that, so we're going to show this live picture here, not only for your YouTube viewers there, and good morning to you. We're showing this on TV right now on News Channel 3. We're doing a special hour-long newscast. There's your live shot. All right, that shot you see right there is going live on News Channel 3 for the Central Coast. For people that are waking up this morning, this is a special newscast. We are not usually staffed up to do a 6 a.m. newscast on Saturday, but we are today to bring this very important story to our viewers, and we'll do it again at 9 a.m. this morning as well. This is the Whittier Fire. You're seeing this worldwide on YouTube. It's one of the #1 fires in California right now. 20 structures have been lost, including some cabins and residents on the other side of this mountain in the area of Camp Whittier, which is a United Boys and Girls Club camp. And there was a couple other ones out there as well that were burning. Okay, we're getting set up to go live on Channel 3 now, so I'm going to clear from YouTube. We'll keep the shot up. It's 6:25 a.m. in Santa Barbara, California, and we're west of Goleta, and we're going to go on again in, I think, 5 minutes for News Channel 3, and you'll be able to see that on YouTube as well. We'll keep the shot hot, and we'll be ready to go in 5 minutes. So weather's on now. Joey and Stacy have been ad-libbing real nice.
If I see something flare up, I'll just point so you know that there's something there. But
That's
right
great.
now, nothing. What's the road? Like right over your head. There's a truck just driving there. No way to get up there. Like through those
What are you talking about?
There's a dirt road like right through those trees. Like you're looking under the ramp.
A dirt road? Oh, like right there?
Yeah, like where there's a gap in the light
Yeah.
green trees.
Oh, yeah.
That's somewhere we could go.
Probably private property.
Yeah, I saw the same truck go on it.
Yeah, no, we would love to get up. We don't have enough, all the people we know, we don't have enough people that are there during an emergency.
Yeah.
Actually, Phyllis, what's her last name? She lives up there. She bought that ranch.
All right. You got flames over your left shoulder.
You know, this morning I'm working with photographer Nate Loop, and he's been pointing out the fire going in and out. It's just dicey this morning. We've got smoke, and then we have flames. And the flames go out, we have smoke again, and we have nothing. So now we have something, or do we have nothing? It just goes out and in. I mean, they are up in the canyons there, and the fire is burning down, crawling back down. Then it flares up as it burns back up the hillsides. But it's not as big as it was yesterday afternoon with all this fire, or even this morning when Stacy saw all that fire coming across the ridge line there. It's certainly not coming down into the front country aggressively, and it's certainly not going over to the east towards Goleta, which is good news for those of you waking up in the Winchester Commons area, which is a highly populated area in Goleta. The one thing I can tell you is that the fire behavior can change in the snap of a finger with any winds. It'll certainly whip it up and go towards areas that have not burned in quite some time. If you remember last year we were here, and to the left of this was the Sherpa fire, died out just a little bit to the left of this. To the right would be the Gap fire 10 years ago, and the front here was the Eagle Canyon fire. But there's a whole hole right in the middle that did not burn for about, at least 50 years, maybe 60 years. They have not had a burn in that area. So that brush is old, dry, stressed from the 6 years of drought in this area, and it is ripe to be burned. Fortunately, they have 14 helicopters, they've got water tenders, 18 dozers, and they have fixed-wing aircraft on order that come and go, and they're sharing them with the other fires. The interesting thing is they have 103 fire engines from multiple agencies, many from out of the area that are supporting Santa Barbara County, City, and Los Padres, and they are set up into the driveways of the ranch homes. We're up on Farron Road, and they had CAL FIRE up there, all set up, hoses out, all hooked up in case the fire should come over there. They're ready to engage it. They're also up on the ridgeline. There goes some fires, trucks in the front of the screen. These are CAL FIRE trucks. They come about 5 at a time. That's called a strike team. So along the ridge line, they were also up at West Camino Cielo, Kennebin Road, Rosario Park, and Windermere yesterday, and the Gun Club. They are all set up around the Winchester Gun Club with structure protection if you've been up there past Lizard's Mouth. And with that, they are ready to engage the fire. They were bombing it very aggressively with fire retardant Phos-Chek yesterday on all sides up there. They are also very concerned about the side that faces towards Highway 154, the bridge in Paradise Road. That's why they evacuated a mandatory evacuation there yesterday, because if the winds should bend and go that way, that is unburned by Bear Creek, and it could blow over into Paradise Road, and also possibly even put Cold Spring Tavern, that classic aging stagecoach stop restaurant and music venue, at risk. The last time that happened was during the Zaka fire, and they wrapped it up in aluminum to protect the historic resources. But for now, the air is still. There's no wind. We have a lot of smoke and not a lot of flame, but they have a lot of resources ready to go. We do have some ash falling down on us this morning, but that's to be expected. A lot of people have had ash coming down on their properties and on themselves, and we have some coming down on us right now. So that's the very latest from the Whittier Fire. Hopefully we were able to give you a good update this morning with the fact that we do see flare-ups and then they go away. And for now, that's really good news. So it's a cool morning, and hopefully the firefighters get the upper hand now at 52%. At 7 o'clock, we'll get the update on acreage and containment and pass that along to you. Reporting live on the scene, Dos Pueblos Ranch area, west of Goleta, I'm John Palmentary, News Channel 3. be a flare-up. It also grew.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You know that better than most people.
Right. It grows, you lose containment.
Yeah, and it grew for what happened yesterday afternoon. Yeah, a big monster. So it didn't mean they lost the containment lines,
Right.
Because the main black line is
fire
backed by Kachuma, and
The
they've
fire
got
line
that.
grew.
Right.
Yeah, I misspoke. But
Oh,
Joey would say she.
yeah.
She'll know that.
Yeah. They asked the guy, "Hey, you lost containment."
Did it happen?
They asked they have a Forest Service phoner going on. Yeah. And good morning once again to our YouTube viewers who are taking a look at the Smoky Hills west of Goleta, where the Whittier Fire has been burning now for a week on this side of the hill and on the other side in the San Ynez Valley. We are west of Goleta in Santa Barbara County, California, and we just had an update from the U.S. Forest Service, the lead agency on this fire. 17,364 acres have burned. That's a sizable growth from yesterday when it was at the 13,000 acre area, and it's 35% contained. That is different than the 52% containment we had yesterday, which means the fire has grown, has more open fire line and less containment. The maximum part of the containment, or the lead area that's being contained, is over on the other side of this ridge line, down by Lake Kachuma and Highway 154. That's cooled down completely, and it's contained there. But that leaves a lot of open fire line to the west, coming up the ridge line to broadcast in San Ynez Peak, and to the right, coming up 154 towards West Camino Cielo, and then down in the front country in the hills above. This shot, which is the Dos Pueblos Ranch area, which is flanked by El Capitan on the west and the Goleta Valley on the right. So what we're seeing this morning is a smoky, somewhat foggy morning there, but that's to be expected. What they are concerned about is that there's not much of a marine layer, so it's going to heat up today. It's going to heat up fast, and it's going to heat up a lot hotter than we have seen all week. On this side of the hill, it's going to be in the 80s in some areas, especially up on the fire lines going up to the ridge line. On the other side of the hill, it's going to be over 100 degrees in the San Ynez Valley. So that's a lot of heat this morning that they have not dealt with, and it is a big concern for the firefighters. Things are going to get very treacherous for them up there. They also have a they've had 5 medical emergencies, possibly more. So that's the very latest here for our YouTube viewers worldwide. I'm John Palmentary, and you're looking at a live shot. Now, you might lose our shot here because we have to switch our power source, our batteries, but as soon as we do that, we'll come back up for YouTube Live.